Hi, I'm Tony Fleming, and this is Fleming's Ultimate Garage. Hey everybody, thanks for joining us on today's video. Listen, there's a lot of things that when you look at a car and it says to you, wow, that's a really nice looking car, but you don't really know what goes into it to get it to that place for that wow factor. We're gonna take a minute and walk around this car here, and I'm gonna tell you, man, this thing looks so good. It looks great going down the road. So here's a couple options for you that you can do. This car is on airbags, and just raise it up when you get in it, lower it when you get down. But I will tell you this, if you go to a restaurant in this car, guaranteed they park this thing out front. Look at the stance that this has. It is just spectacular. All right, so we started out here with a car, 66 Chevelle, right? All new sheet metal. This is not a Bondo Queen. Doesn't have a lot of old stuff welded back together and patched up. This is a fresh metal car. That's an important way to start a car, especially if you want a pro touring car. And the reason I say that is we have upgraded suspension, we have upgraded wheels and tires, we have upgraded drivetrain, a lot more power. So we want to make sure that everything can handle, stay together, and perform properly, kind of in unison, and that's what they've done here. They've done a great job of piecing all of that together. So let's start up here with some paint. I got this great, this is a steel cowl hood, so a nice little rise in here, just perfect. And check out that. Now somebody has spent a long time wet sanding, buffing, wet sanding and buffing. This is BMW Carbon black paint. Carbon black is really, really dark blue with a little bit of black in it. So at night it looks black, and in the daytime, when the sunlight hits it, it looks blue. It's really cool because it just flips around. All right? Okay, so come on up here for a second. Check out this. Big brakes, cross-drilled and slotted rotors. Got 18s here, 20s in the back. Again, cross-drilled rotors in here. Got the Boss Motorsports rims all the way around, and everything is detailed really nicely. The exhaust is all painted, and it's aluminized, if not stainless steel, so that you can see that. But you can see how low this car is. I mean, it is just really, really good. And just check out the finish on it. The quality of the paint is nice. And look at the way things fit, man. This is like what I'm talking about. Stuff like this. Like, look at this gap, how nice that is there. And the hood gap looks great. All right? So when you pull up to a show and this thing sets itself on down, like, check out that stance, man. That's a great looking car. I get so excited when I see this. All right, so now that we've looked at the money that was spent at the other places, let's take a peek under the hood for a minute and see what we have there. All right, so come on up here. This is really cool. All right, so this is LS1 drivetrain. Now keep in mind, this is an aluminum blocking heads making 400 horsepower, right? Back in the day, we had a 396 that was cast iron with cast iron heads that weighed 2 times as much as the engine in this car here, 2 times as much. So this is really, really light. You hit it, it fires right up because it's fuel injected, and it operates so nicely and so easily because it's just, I mean, they plowed $1 billion into designing this drivetrain. It works so great in these cars because you get the old school look without old school drivability issues. You can hit the key on a cold morning and drive away right away without having to wait for it to warm up or worrying about it overheating and things like that. But part of where we're talking about is, look at the size of the radiator here. Absolutely enormous, and this is a module. The module is designed to have 2 fans in here. You're saying, well, why are you spending a lot of time on the radiator? I'm gonna tell you why, because drivability is as important as looking at a car, okay? When you can take one of these cars and you can take it to a show and not worry about it overheating, sitting in the parking lot and or waiting to get into the show or get out of the show and the car throws up, or you go to Woodward Avenue, go for the dream cruise like we've all wanted to do, and the car doesn't throw up, you'll be really happy. But when it does throw up, you know, maybe a car that's not prepped like this, okay? You'll be very upset because then you're trying to hit the key, nothing happens, and you're causing traffic and you're embarrassed and what have you. This is why packaging the car and doing the detail stuff is why you need to look at this one and see the difference. Painted firewalls, and all right, check out this. The fender wells are painted too. Nobody does that, man. You know how much extra effort that is to do that? It's a lot. Power steering. This car has air conditioning, all right? Obviously it has power steering and power disc brakes, which we already looked at. And then inside we'll get to the accoutrements that make it an even nicer car. But look how nicely detailed it is here. The fuel injection, mass airflow sensor. You can plug in an OBD2 scanner. If there's ever a problem, it'll tell you right away what's going on. It's just really nicely done. Everything is painted under here, and we're gonna re-detail the car one more time because we just kind of finished it. So if you see a couple little dirt spots or whatever, that stuff we're gonna take care of. And I do have this piece of molding because we actually did that here. So when you got a few cars, you're gonna make a mistake once in a while. Okay? All right, so let's go check out the trunk for a second. All right, so check this out here. All right, so good stuff that you should be looking for. Like we looked at how beautiful the engine compartment was detailed, meaning all painted inside, smoothed everywhere, lines and everything were hidden, all right? Painted all in here for the trunk. Okay, cool, Tone, so what's the big deal about that? You're right. But here, custom-made carpet, filler panels, custom-made to fill in the quarter panels here. Here's always a good sign for me, an Optima battery. That's the most expensive battery you can buy. There's the air system there with the air ride tank. So you always have air ready to go up or down, whatever you want. And you can also convert this, if you like, into an automated air ride system where you have a remote control where you just walk out to your car, hit it, raises the car up, hit the button again, it lowers the car down. It's really cool to watch. Okay, before I got inside here, I just wanted you to see the detail that's gone into this. You have no idea. That's why I keep spending some time showing you all this little stuff. It's very expensive to do. So this custom interior here, right, is matched in the back with the diamond pleating like out of an Aston Martin. It's got blue stitching. Can you guys see that? It's got blue stitching inside here along the custom-made console, along the seats, along the door panels with all the billet parts. Right here, micro suede headliner, all right, and sail panels. Just look at this, and just look at the dollars spent to get this car to this place. It is really, really nice. All right, so let's keep looking at the rest of this inside. Okay, so this custom console right here, all right, very nice with a kicker sound system, kind of hidden digital audio system. You just plug in your iPhone or your iPod, you got everything there. Autometer gauges for everything, man. Volts, water, 160 mile an hour speedometer, fuel gauge, oil pressure, air ride suspension gauges there as well. All right, these are the switches to get all that going. This is an overdrive automatic, and that's what I'm talking about here. You can get in this car with the AC, with the sound system on, and drive for hours, man. With the overdrive, you drive 70, 80, 90 miles an hour. Not that I would ever speed, and I'm not suggesting you do, but if you want to do, you could do that, okay? Check this out, tilt wheel, all right? All billet, all custom, billet handles, everything in here. Carbon fiber trim all throughout. It's just done a really nice job in here, man. I'm telling you, if you ever wanted a really cool car to just go out in, you could take another couple for a long drive. You could take the kids out in this car, a husband-wife event, whatever you want to do. I mean, it's really designed to do that. And the cool thing is, like, my feet are nowhere near the gas pedal, and this is the difference between a car like this and maybe an old school car, is it fires up every time. We'll go for a quick test drive, huh? Look at how easy this is, man. One finger, and we're just rolling down the road. Ah, this is so nice. I have to tell you, man, if you wanted a really cool car, this thing just rolls too. I mean, it's just fresh. Look at this. Sounds great, looks great. Couldn't ask for better. Big brakes too. The brakes are awesome. Whoa. Okay, just playing. That's what I'm talking about, man. Closing up the video on this super cool Chevelle Super Sport Pro Touring car. I mean, listen to it, man. It's just, the stance is great. The wheels and tires, the brakes, air conditioning, power four-wheel disc brakes, just everything that you could imagine in a car to make it comfortable is here. Forget the fact that it's spectacular looking, all right? Great paint, all steel. I gotta tell you what, man, if you ever want a really cool pro touring car, this could be the one. Call us 301-816-1000, we'll tell you all about it.